similar to King Vaughn, similar, like these are rituals. And she's gonna break down the night that she was supposed to die. I want y'all to listen real careful because, well, let her talk first, and then you'll understand where I'm going with this video.
For power, for celebrity status. And I believe that this is a touchy subject for a lot of people because people don't want to acknowledge that this does happen, that people sacrifice people for money and fame. And people are scared to. You know, I think it's time for people to talk about things that, you know, you don't want to talk about, but that's really happening. We have to face it today.
Sure.
And the reason why I'm bringing up this topic today is because it was told to my son, my oldest, that just turned 25. Happy birthday, Aaron. Yesterday. And that he wasn't supposed to be born. So I know that sounds crazy.
Really?
He was over a mutual friend of me and his father, Blue Da Vinci's house. He's recording with his son doing music. Yes, my son is musically talented as well. And a gentleman was visiting him, and when Blue introduced my son as Aaron Hall, Gloria Velez's child, the gentleman told my son he wasn't supposed to be born. So this was shock for my son. My son was like, what? Like, what are you talking about? That's not something you say to someone you just met, you know? Right. So he said, call your father, FaceTime your father. I'll confirm the whole story. And my son got on FaceTime with his dad and this gentleman. And they told my son this story, which I never told him ever in his life. So yeah, let's get right into it, okay?
Absolutely.
So it's the year 1996. I am dating Aaron Hall. I am 17 years old and pregnant at the time, I know. We're actually in LA and he was going to sign with Death Row Records, okay? So he's recording, doing music.
Mind you, I want y'all to keep in mind, Aaron Hall was in his 30s. She was 17 years old.
He's doing video shoots. And I was, you know, part of it. We were living out in a hotel, you know, because we wasn't, you know, living there. We was just recording, and he was just getting a feel of the whole. Everybody's gonna sign with Death Row. You know, you got Pac, you got Casey and JoJo, you got Snoop. It was amazing to be a part. You know, so yeah, Aaron's super talented, and they wanted to be a part of Death Row Records. We were invited to a Mother's Day event, 1996, and all of Death Row family and friends were supposed to join, come and watch, you know, their relatives perform for them. So I thought that was a beautiful thing. I was gonna get my hair and nails done, and Aaron was like, I can't take you. Tupac is going to take you and make sure you're good and safe. I was like, oh, okay. You know, we're in LA, and, you know, this is my first time out there, so okay, he's gonna make sure I'm safe. I didn't think nothing of it. And at that time, him and Pac were talking, things seemed a little antsy. He was more on edge than usual, Aaron. And so Aaron said he had to go to a meeting. That's why he couldn't, you know, take me to get my hair and nails done. And it was an important meeting, and he couldn't miss it, so Pac's gonna hold me down. So I go to the salon. You know, me and Pac had deep conversations. It was the first time I've ever been alone with him and actually one-on-one. I mean, he schooled me on life. He schooled me on becoming a mom. He schooled me on just so many.
Let me say this real quick, right? To some of you niggas that ain't never been in the street, shut up. I don't take advice from niggas that's been on the sidewalk their whole life. You can't talk to a stick-up kid / murderer and tell me about the murder game. Some of you niggas ain't never killed nothing. In order to kill something, you have to be grimy. You have to be sneaky. You have to be grimy. You have to be sneaky. You niggas don't know what you're talking about. Most murderers smile with you right before they kill you. In the mob, they take you to dinner, get you drunk. And when it's time to drop you off, you get popped in the back of your head walking through a door. You niggas don't know nothing about the streets. You don't know nothing about the streets. So shut up while a street nigga talking to you.
Things that I would never forget our conversation, ever forget our conversation about this industry. I mean, me being 17 and all this is in front of me, and it's a wow factor, you know, all these celebrities and the studio and video shoots. And this man is so deeply spiritual, so connected with, himself and the worldly things that are going on. He just knew so much. And I'm grateful that I got that opportunity to have with him. And then we met up with Aaron after I got my nails and, hair done. We went to the hotel, and Aaron's extra, stress and pacing back and forth, and him and Pop start talking. So he's extra mean, extra, just everything. And I felt like there was something going on. It's more than just business. So to let you know, allegedly, when he was, going to this meeting, he was kind of pleading for my life, So these people to be down with the cause, you got to sacrifice people, which is insane to me. And
Was you didn't hear what she said? In order to be in that music game, when you go through the Norwich door to door, I don't know if it's homo, I don't know if it's sacrifice or bestiality, because it's three of them. So now you're hearing it again from the video vixen, Aaron Hall's baby mother / wife. A girl that he got with when he was in his 30s. She was 17 years old. Y'all got to start paying attention. Listen up. You got 2 ears, 1 mouth. That means you should talk twice. You should listen twice as much as you speak. Thank you for sponsoring this war, D. Harris.
They told him, there come a dime a dozen of her. She could be replaced. I don't care if she's pregnant. You can get a pretty young thing and it's no big deal. So allegedly, he said, no, I'll be damned. I'm not going to do that. I love her. I'll die for her. So they went back and forth. And allegedly, it was said, it's going to happen if you like it or not. So he buys me a white dress to go to the event, right? And the day of the event now, we're getting dressed and he's extra antsy and very mean to me. I mean, he was mean, but he was mean. And everybody knows he was, violent, verbally, physically, emotionally. But you got to understand, I was 17, naive, young, so I loved him. When you love someone, you make excuses for people, he treats you so well 1 minute and the next minute he could be so ugly, and then you hold on to the goodness in them, So that's what I did throughout the violence in our relationship. So the day of, we're getting dressed and we're leaving the hotel and we're waiting outside in front for our limo. And Casey and JoJo was standing outside waiting for their limo as well. And Aaron was just grabbing me and just being aggressive, and I hate the
Casey and JoJo, that's from
like, you crazy? Like, what's going on? Like, why he was so angry. He wanted to argue with me, but I wasn't giving it to him. I was not. There was
he was starting to fight with her because he knew she was going to get sacrificed that night. So he wanted to get himself angry so he could be mad and put that I don't give a F about her before they rocked her snot box.